So whether it came from my YouTube shorts or you just see the video, basically I made a promise to you guys on the YouTube shorts, and it got a crazy amount of votes. No, quite literally, you guys would skyrocket this, and it's like, oh yeah, let's just get him out here, get this guy out here. I'm gonna basically tell you guys all the illegal stuff that Tony has done. You know, he's trying to say I'm a criminal, even though he's more criminal than me. And he thinks that, and like the thing is for the ones that doesn't know, he's trying to say that I'm a pedophile with no proof. And right now I've been getting a whole bunch of videos. I mean, I even got this whole playlist, which I'm about to post part 4, like soon, like couple hours after this video gets out. But basically, to explain what I'm gonna do before, because I know I've been yapping and you guys want to know what type of legal stuff he was doing. I'm gonna be a nerd in this video. That is right. So if you want to, you can look in the corner and you can see how much time he would have if I were to do something about it. So yeah, because like I said, I'm going through all the illegal stuff, all the crimes he's been doing. So yeah. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get into it. And also, if you want to play this game, link in description. It's actually really fun. But basically, what the first thing he had done illegally was falsely accuse somebody of being a pred. Now, I'm going to do some search around and see on the screen right now. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to falsely accuse somebody of doing these crimes. You can get in trouble for it. So that's one of the things that he has done. Another thing that I was going to put down is basically him dating a minor. He was out here dating my at the time it was 7-year-old kid, KK. She's 8 years old right now. And basically what proceeds to start happening is that the KK was telling me how she was really happy and she had a boyfriend and stuff. On day 1, I didn't really care, but then on day 2 is when he started describing the boyfriend and stuff, and we're playing Truth and Dare, and that's when I finally got her to confess that she was dating Tony and told me who the boyfriend was. I called out Tony, and Tony didn't deny any of these claims. So yeah, and he was continuing quiet. He had to go have his brother talk for him and stuff. And then the next day, KK started crying to me saying that he broke up with his boyfriend. And that's when I put two together that KK was telling the truth and that Tony was actually dating KK, and he only broke up with KK because he was called out and caught. Another thing that we can put, I'm gonna say harassment or emotional stress. Actually, I'm gonna say harassment for now. Emotional stress would be a different time. So the harassment, what he'd be doing is on neighbors. I'm not talking about it for myself, because yeah, him like out here calling me a pedophile, and I was like out here picking on like lemon lime, making her have panic attacks, whatever, 2 times a week, you know, all this other stuff. But when I was talking about like harassment, he would get like sexual with like ROBLOX characters, which if you look right here on the screen, you can see the I'll post like multiple videos, even to the point where I post a video where one of the victims openly talked about their story about getting, I guess you could say, groomed on ROBLOX, getting SA'd. Oh, that's what I'm gonna call it, sexual assault. So he was sexually assaulting people on like ROBLOX and forcing them to say daddy and stuff, whatever. Hey, what's up, guys? So it's Future Zay here, or should I say Zach? And I was debating for all day. It's literally the next day, or should I say night, since it's almost nighttime. And as I was doing my research, I ended up finding out that basically, well, like, here's the thing, okay? When it comes to KK, because you watched the video, when it comes to KK, at first I was going to report it as grooming, mainly because with grooming, basically, you get close to the person to where they get comfortable and you gain their trust, which then you do sexual things to them, which basically means a couple of things. One, that, you know, more likely so they don't basically report the person. Secondly, it's due with like consent and some other stuff. But the point is that I was originally going to go mark it as grooming, but instead I was looking around and sorry the photo was a little edited. It kind of leaked my area. I don't know why I did that, but it leaked it just a little bit, so it's going to be censored just a little bit. But it's going to be reported as child sexual abuse. That's what it's going to be marked as. So for that one, he will be getting basically, you'll get the first 25 years with no parole, and then you spend the rest of the 75%, not percent, 75 years. So the first 25 years basically is him going to prison with no parole, and he will spend the rest of the 75 years in prison, where I guess he has parole, judging by what it says on here. So yeah, and basically there's that. So case closed for that one. But then there's also one for sexual assault. And as I was looking around, because I mean I can't count for every single person because it was like over like 50 people. He does it to every single person. But when it comes to sexual assault, which is basically at first, because I was also gonna mark it as a grooming, but sexual assault is basically an act of basically, in a way to explain it, let's just say that I was gonna try to do something to you and you say no over and over, but I do it anyways. That's basically what sexual assault is. I try to touch your body and you say no, and I just violate you anyways. So yeah, and actually, I'm gonna put a little cut because I don't know what you get for sexual assault. So we're back. All right, so after looking around for a little bit, basically what you can charge. Okay, so as long as it's like medical bills and stuff, as you can see from right here, which from my understanding, the person that he has done it to isn't going to therapy and doesn't have no medical bills, so he can't be marked as that. Well, we could definitely take 10,000 away from him because, well, that's what you can pay for. So yeah. So for that one, I guess the only crime I could say is that you have to pay the person $10,000 in fees. So there's that. He's already losing $35,000, and he's already got, wow, this guy is amazing, isn't he? He's already got so much time behind bars. Yeah, I haven't really put the thing in, and if you look right here, it says like 10,000. It says additional potential prison time. Right? I'm just gonna safe guess saying that yeah, I'm gonna add 25 years, so it's 10,000 plus 25 years in prison. So wow, he really is stacking up in this video. This is insane. How much can this guy get in trouble for? Only one way to find out. Anyways, let's just get back to the video. I just thought to put this in there because like it's a little interesting fact, you know, the fact that this guy is out here grooming, sexual assault, and so much other things. You're learning more every single day. I mean, heck, I'm even learning as I'm doing this, and I wanted to become a lawyer when I was a little kid. You know, honestly, seeing this actually made my day. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really happy. Because believe it or not, a little fun fact, I actually wanted to become a lawyer when I was a little kid. I wanted to become well, at first I wanted to become a doctor, but then I realized I'm weak when it comes to blood and I'm oozy stuff. But then I wanted to become a lawyer, so during middle school, I actually read some lawyer books. I'm yapping like way too much. You guys only want to know like what type of criminal he was doing, right? What type of crimes that Tony has done. I'm sorry for yapping. Let's just get back into the video. Oh, those things appear and disappear. That's actually nice. Wow, I did not know that. I was wondering why I was dying. It's because these things are there. Okay, that's interesting. Sorry, my bad. Let's just get into the video. I'm yapping way too much. And he was being sexual with them. And he also, how can I say this in kid friendly way without getting demonetized by YouTube? He also gooned to one of the kids while doing these heinous crimes. He was he was out here cooking, like being a chef and playing with his sausages in a way of saying it. So yeah, and he got like mustard all over the place, and he had to clean it up himself. You just say yourself, this one could be a stretch. I mean, I know like some of y'all was gonna say it is, but I'm just gonna mark it as it is. Uh, Child corn, basically. And for child corn, if you have it, basically, as you can see, it gives you that one. But since KK is well 7 years old, that makes him having 20 years. So all those other ones that it'll be saying, nope, it's 20 years because KK was 7 years old. Now, like I said, it might be a little bit stretch to say child corn, but I'm just gonna put it on there anyways because why not? I mean, it is a literal 7-year-old that he's been doing it to. Keep in mind, it's not like he's doing it to like the avatars either. He's like doing it to his voice, calling her mommy, or not calling her mommy, like having her call him daddy and stuff, and being sexual through the microphone and everything. So at this point, you might as well just say that he was out here. But like I said, you know, it's really up to you guys. I'm gonna add this here. If you guys want, you guys can debate in the comments whether if this should be one of the crimes that he could have done, or if I'm just an idiot and this isn't a criminal offense. Like I said, he was out here making her saying, calling him like daddy. Not only that, but also like they were both. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble by YouTube. I say this, but he was also making her masturbate with him together on Roblox. So yeah. Yeah, so after ending that part, I decided to do some research and well actually there is a case where a guy was doing specifically some things to a kid and he got 17.5 months in prison. So, or not months, years. So there's that. So I guess you can say Tony got 37.5 years in prison. He's just adding more cases at this point. He's just adding more crimes. My goodness. Let's see how far this can go, anyways. You can see how kind of messed up this is and why I marked it as child porn. Now, if you guys want, you guys can do a little timestamp because if you guys have a different a different law that he broke that you guys want to use instead of child porn, then by all means go ahead and tell me about it. I'll do more research about it and I'll make an update video if I think that's way better. So yeah. Anyways, all I'm gonna say now is I'm gonna say pornography. So yes, child porn, 20 years he has. This guy is really out here stacking a charge like it's nothing, bro. Like this is like must be a world record. At least it's not like David. 40 terabytes, my guy? Bruh. Oh, Celeste. No, I'm kidding. Alright, anyways, let's just get into the fucking video. My bad, sorry. Not to mention that I'm pretty sure, and I'm not so sure that the crime, so I'll like look around, but he was lying about his age, saying that he's 17, and then doubled down by lying again, saying that he's 21. When like after I was banned, he revealed to be 38 years old, and he's gonna be 39 this year. So yeah. And it's like extremely crazy to think that he'd lie about his age. Okay, and not to mention that he would like sexual assault every single person, which is like multiple people. All right, features A. So basically, so as you can see from this one right here, yes, you can get in trouble for lying by age, especially when you're trying to use it to use it as your How would I explain it to you guys? Use it as your advantage, I guess you would say. He was lying about his age so he can do sexual things to minors, at least. And that is a felony. So for felony charges, as you can see, these are the ones. Now, I was going to count like all the other ones like court and bail and stuff, but I said I'm not going to do that. I mean, I'm going to count the bail because, well, this is like $1,500 to, well, $50,000 for the bail. And considering that he did this to multiple women, I'm gonna just count and say $50,000. So if you want to get him out early, he has to pay $50,000. But considering that these other laws that he has broken, I don't think you can just bail him out that easily. But I'm just gonna count it anyways, because why not? So he just added $15,000 to his count. This guy is something else. He calls me a criminal, but look at the charges he's been doing. Oh my goodness. Like he acts like I'm the bad guy, but in reality he is. Holy shit. Let's go back into the video. Not only that, but also he was out here I think I already said this once, but like spreading misinformation. I'll put it on the screen if I did. But he's out here spreading misinformation, spreading lies, saying I'll make some 28-year-old college person without getting proof, and saying I was some kind of pred when that's not even true. Not only that, but he's also lying, like manipulating and controlling their friends into believing his own things. Which I'm pretty sure within itself that's like some kind of crime. Which yeah, again I'll put on screen if it is or isn't. So yeah, so he would basically proceed to start doing that. And remember how I said emotional stress earlier? This is where I was to say that emotional stress will kick in. Now, some guys can debate in the comments if we want to say this emotional stress or harassment, but I'm gonna say emotional because it really messed up with Allie's mental state. Yes, my friend Allie. At the time, she was lying about age, saying that she's 13, even though she was, well, 9. Or was either 9 or 10? I can't remember her birthday. But the point is that she was a minor. She was young. And what ended up happening is that Tony was out here was begging to see her face and got her snap or not snap but TikTok got her TikTok, and he's like, oh yeah, I don't want to show my face because Allie doesn't want anyone seeing her face at the time. He's like, I'm not showing my face, and he was like begging and begging and begging whatever and stuff like that. And then after a while, what basically proceeds to start happening is that she ended up by putting her face on TikTok, which her fans on TikTok and also her friends seen her face, but so has Tony. And Tony was being all creepy, being weird, saying, "Oh, it looks so beautiful, so gorgeous," commenting her and making her feel uncomfortable. So she was like weirded out, whatever. And then next and later, they start getting a bit closer and start talking, and then that's when they start dating. And this is the quote from Allie's book, where Allie told me. So for the first couple like days, they're actually were dating, and then supposedly like a month later, she started catching feelings for him and was like continue trying to was continue trying to get away from him, but he would like force her to do shit. Like, it would force her to like date, it would force her to do like multiple other like stuff that I won't say on YouTube because I'll get demonetized. And she was highly uncomfortable. And then later on when I got, and this is like after my account was banned, he ended up getting her Snapchat, and they started talking stuff, and he was being, let's just say at least a bit sexual on Snapchat, being a bit, not family friendly to Allie. So I can definitely say from the emotional stress, he definitely messed her mentally. And that's how I got up here. Anyway, so basically, I was doing a whole bunch of research and stuff, and I was gonna try to count out everything, like for example, rape, and I was like all this stuff, and I realized I already kind of talked about this. I mean, it's all just at the end of the day, like sexual assault and everything. I did look around for at least like I'm gonna keep it real with you for 30 minutes, and all I could find is just articles after articles of well, basically the exact same thing I already talked about earlier. So I'm just gonna say that this has nothing to do with it because I already talked about it already, and I already charged him for those crimes already. I mean, if you guys want to, you guys do more research, and if you guys, and like I said already, you guys can put like a timestamp whatever down below, and then you can be like, oh hey, I feel like this game is bugging. Because it was. Anyways, I feel like if you guys want to, and I highly suggest you guys do this, you guys can go down in the comments, and any part that you guys feel like that I need to add or I messed up on, you guys can simply time skip down below and be like, hey, in this part you got this messed up, or on this part, oh yeah, you're right, but you can also add this charge, or maybe there's a couple of things where it's like, hey, so I was looking through your thing, you could also add this as into a charge list. Be like, oh yeah, I was looking through your evidence folders and you forgot to mention this type of charge. You could charge them for this. Just literally anything. I'll be reading the comments and I'll be interacting with you guys in the comments. So feel free to message me if you want to correct me, or maybe you want to say, hey, you should add this one because he broke this one. I'll do more research myself. And it'll make it even better if you actually explain. So like, for example, if you go in the comments and be like, oh yeah, you should charge him for rape. Um, if you want to make the process a lot faster, explain it to me, and not only that, but also to the people that's reading as well. So, like for example, oh, you should add rape. Rape is where they force you, or you're gonna explain the definition. I'm not gonna explain it on here because I'm pretty sure if I do, I'll probably get demonetized. I don't know. But anyways, can I even say that word? I don't know. Hopefully, I don't get demonetized by YouTube. Like YouTube's a pain in my rear end when it comes to like certain rules. Anyways, so yeah, feel free to say anything down below and tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm right, or maybe I need to add a couple of things. You can also tell me like if you like these kinds of videos, you want to see more, because I do want to make more. Like for example, Jade, he's still on the platform, like Roblox. He's out here doing crimes and stuff, so I could literally just report on him and everything he has done. And actually, speaking of which, he's still talking to kids to this day. Anyways, so yeah, just wanted to throw that out there just to get you guys' opinion, I guess. Feel free to say anything in the comments, because like I said, I'll read them. I'll 100% read them myself. So yeah, I just like talking to you guys anyways. You guys are amazing. I've been yapping for way too much, and there's probably big cuts because I've been so locked into this game. I guess not locking in good enough because I died right there. But yeah, I was locked into this game, so yeah. Let's just get back into the video, shall we? Basically, all I could think of right now, after I do edits, if there's any more crimes I could think of in my head, I'll definitely put it out there. But for now, that's all I could think about. It's just this guy is completely messed up in the head. Oh, and also not only that, but like here's the thing, he would like date multiple people at once. I know that's not like a crime at all, but like I thought to just add that in there. He would basically start like purposely like he would like fuck a whole bunch of like girls on Roblox, and like all of them is, keep in mind, every single one of them, none of them is over 18. All of them was under 18. Actually, the highest of the age was 16 years old. That's the highest, with the lowest being a 6-year-old. And actually, remember I told you about his dating KK? Yeah, I heard stories about what happened with KK and Tony, and supposedly, KK. How can I say this? You know, I'm gonna say it, but hopefully I don't get like banned on YouTube. Tony and KK were basically matched together. Hopefully, I don't get demonetized on YouTube. But that's basically what happened. 38-year-old man was out here linking it to a 7-year-old, while a 7-year-old was doing his exact thing. Like, keep in mind, a 7-year-old does not know anything about what's happening. She does not know like what's right and wrong. So he was completely using that against her own will. So this guy is a complete creep and a weirdo. Okay, so yeah, that's why I was getting a bit pissed off when he was out here calling me a pedophile. I was like, bro, I'm not a pedophile, and also you can't be talking because you are one. Like, how are you gonna come attack me for something that isn't even my fault? Like, sorry, she doesn't like you. It's not my fault. Maybe if you would at least talk to me, whatever, try to become best friends with me, I could help your sorry little ass. But yeah, I don't know. So that's all the illegal side of Tony has been doing. So yeah, like I said, hopefully this video doesn't get age restricted or doesn't get demonetized, whatever the heck it is. And hopefully I can post this on the internet. I mean, like I said, that one part about what I said is probably gonna get better. Actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna have to like censor it. I'm probably gonna do some censoring so I don't get that much ban. For the ones that doesn't know like what I said there, I'll put it in the terms that were allowed on YouTube. I like baiting people. I like getting people pissed off. You can call me the masturbator, but without the ER part. Hopefully you understand where I'm coming from now. Anyway, so yeah, it's just a bit annoying how he's out here calling me a criminal when he's doing crimes his own self. Like, bro, you can't be calling me a criminal when you're a criminal yourself. You feel me? It's so dumb. Not to mention the only difference between me versus him is that I at least have like evidence and also witnesses of people that can testify. Him, on the other hand, he doesn't. You say I'm a pedophile? All right, where's your evidence? Give me that real quick. And don't be out here saying, "Oh, because she said this, she said that." Like, that's not true. If I go make a YouTube video right now and say, "Oh, I'm dating Allie," am I telling the truth or am I lying? I mean, I'm saying I'm dating Allie, but where's the physical proof? The voice isn't good enough. People can lie, you know. Like, for example, I could literally out here be like, "Oh, I'm gay. I'm dating a guy right now." I'm not dating a guy, by the way. But like, just because a guy said something, or a girl, just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's true. So yeah, that's the only difference. I have physical proof and witnesses. He doesn't have anything. Hello, pictures there. So I know you kind of hate seeing. I know you kind of like don't like seeing me already because I making the video longer than it's supposed to be. I mean, originally I recorded this and it's like what, like 15 to 16 minutes long, and now I over exaggerated like 30-minute long video. But basically, I just wanted to make another thing: stalking, or aka what people call online cyber stalking, because it's stalking like in person. There's also like cyber stalking where you're stalking in person. And originally, I didn't know if I should put this on here because yeah, you like stalk me. There's really nothing else, not to mention. But I was also talking to my friends a little bit, and they want to talk about how I can press charges because they mentally mess with me. I mean, I've been cutting myself, hurting myself, and I also got people out here to tell me to kill myself and stuff. And actually, after I get done recording this part, I'm gonna search online to see if that's even against the rules of defense. Because just because of him, he got people out here like telling me to like quote unquote end my life. So there's that. And well, it's not looking good at all. So rather than um rather than adding that in there for this one, I will be adding this part right here, which you can see what it says right there. At first I was thinking nothing of it, but now I was like, wait a minute. Lemon lime is, well, because it's basically, at the time she is considered a minor still. She was 14. And if I remember correctly, 14 is still considered a minor. You're still considered a minor until you hit 18 legal age. So since lemon lime is considered a minor, I'm gonna put that there. Not to mention, but like I already said in the past, he's been harassing, scaring her, and giving her panic attacks. So we can definitely safely say that he would have 5 years for this. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that. Now I'm gonna do some other research because my friend did tell me that, oh, I should probably talk about the emotional damage and stuff. I mean, he did have people out here telling me to kill myself and so much other stuff. And apparently that's also against the rules, so I will be switching it up. And if it goes back to the video, it means that my friend's wrong. If not, then my friend is right, and I can add it in there. So 1 second. So my friend is right. So basically, I've been looking around and stuff and been seeing all of this information. And I got this article, which I know you guys don't want to be a nerd. You guys don't want to read everything. So to summarize, if you tell somebody, like for example, I try to go to somebody online, I tell them to kill themselves, whatever, whether if it's a joke or not, but I tell somebody to kill themselves, um, as long as they didn't actually like kill themselves or they didn't hurt themselves, then I won't get in trouble. Like for example, let's say Tony said, "Oh, Zay, you should kill yourself, you pred." Then, well, if I didn't cut myself, I didn't attempt to kill myself or nothing, like nothing happens to me in my body, you won't get in trouble. But let's just say that, and something that actually did happen, by the way, he had people to tell me to kill myself, and then I became really sad, and I started cutting myself, whatever, and even attempted suicide. Believe it or not, I did because of him. I actually did attempted suicide. We're not gonna talk about that story, anyways. I did like twice because of him. Anyway, so let's just say but since I tried to kill myself due to his selfishness, his out here telling me to kill myself, he would spend 5 years in prison or jail. But I'm just gonna say prison. So he would spend 5 years locked up. Not only that, but well, since I did physical harm and stuff, and I can actually show proof because there's like markings and stuff, but I don't want to show proof on the internet because I'd rather not. But if I do go take it to court and I show the court like my bruises, my marks, and scars, everything all over me, then he would, well, immediately, one, be guilty. Two, he would immediately get charged for 5 years. Now, like I said, I could be wrong, so feel free to correct me in the comments. But since he got people to tell me to kill myself, he got me to be suicidal, attempt to kill myself multiple times, and also out here, well, just straight up like making lies about me and stuff. I'm just gonna say 5 years because why not? He's just adding more. Wow, this guy's insane. Anyways, that's all I have for now. Actually, that's all I have for now. I can't really think of anything, so I'll be reading the comments if you guys got any more. But yeah, thank you guys for voting. Like, you guys actually voted, and it's actually awesome. Thank you. And like I said, if you guys want more of this, just feel free to tell me down in the comments because I do have a couple of other pedophiles that I could go over, like for example Jade, and I would love to talk over it. Anyways, without further ado, let's just get into my outro, shall we? So, see you guys there. Anyways, that's all I have to say because I've been yapping way too much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and like always, have an amazing day.